Welcome to this video tour of the WESST Enhanced Cashflow model. The Enhanced Cashflow model is a powerful management and forecasting tool programmed in Microsoft Excel 2010. The workbook is not compatible with versions earlier than Microsoft Excel 2007. The WESST Enhanced Cashflow model is intended to help business owners gain better insight into their firm's operating cash position associated with a given level of sales, expenses, and cash infusions from either owner's equity or borrowings. The workbook has 8 worksheets grouped into 4 different tab colors. The workbook makes extensive use of Microsoft Visual Basic programming, and thus the user must enable macros prior to using the model. For most users, this task is as simple as clicking the Enable Macros dialog bar that may appear at the top of the workbook upon first opening. Most of the model's operating instructions are contained in the About the Workbook worksheet. Users are advised to spend some time reading through each of the text boxes that describe the functionality of the different colored worksheets, as well as the comments contained on each of the other worksheets. Use the Toggle Comments button to turn comments on and off. The model allows users to see, in both tabular and graphical forms, the results associated with 3 different cases: the base case, the global adjustment case, and the monthly adjustment case. The ability to make global, all-encompassing, and/or very fine monthly adjustments allows a business owner to project as realistically as possible what cash flow outcomes may be expected for a given level of sales and expenses. Before hopping into a more detailed tour of the workbook, let's take a high-level tour of the workflow a user should apply in order to gain full advantage of the tool. As the process map suggests, the user should begin by carefully reviewing the model in its entirety, beginning with the About the Workbook worksheet. Next, the user should establish the business's preliminary chart of accounts, and then enter the account names on the Account Labels -1 worksheet. Account labels entered on this worksheet will replicate across all the rest of the workbook. A convenient aspect of the model is that the user has no information to enter on any other worksheets except the 2 yellow input worksheets and the Cashflow Base Case 2 worksheet. Once the initial input information is entered, including the Cashflow Base Case -2 worksheet, the user can then elect to either make global adjustments to the model and/or monthly adjustments. Upon making adjustments, if any, the user can then review the results, print, and refine the adjustments as desired. Refinements can be made in either the Cashflow Base Case -2 worksheet or in the Model Inputs -1 worksheet. Returning to Excel, we're now on the Accounts Label -1 worksheet, which I've populated with a set of account names. These account names replicate across to their corresponding locations on the Cashflow Base Case -2 worksheet, as well as the other worksheets in the model. Users can reset the account labels to their default settings by clicking this button on the Account Labels -1 worksheet. Next, the user should enter information in the Master Inputs section of the Model Inputs -1 worksheet. The model's beginning month and year, business name, and gross receipts tax rate will be applied to each of the model's 3 different cases. We'll return later to the other user input fields on this worksheet. Turning to the Cashflow Base Case 2 worksheet, I've already pre-populated all of the yellow cells with initial values. Toggling on the comments provides a user with many helpful insights regarding the worksheet's various formulas and logic. The model user should only put information in yellow colored cells, and all other cells on this and other worksheets are locked, except for yellow colored cells for manual input. Conditional formatting will automatically color cells red in the cash on hand at the end of the month, as well as the cash margin on sales and cash margin percent on sales shown in the table at the bottom of the worksheet, should any of these values equal 0 or turn negative. With the cash flow base case model now populated, let's look at the graphical results-3 worksheet. This worksheet has 4 charts that reflect each of the 3 cases. Because we have made no changes to either the globally adjusted or monthly adjusted cases on the model inputs worksheet, all 3 cases produce exactly the same results. Using the internal hyperlink found at the top of this worksheet, let's return to the Model Inputs 1 worksheet. The model initially begins with 0% changes to the base case in either the global or monthly adjustment scenarios. Not to bore you with the input process, I've now proceeded to make a set of both global and monthly adjustment changes to the base case. These changes drive results on the corresponding global adjusted and monthly adjusted worksheets shown in the blue tabs. More interestingly, these changes are shown in a very visual sense on the graphical results-3 worksheet. Now we note a great deal of divergence between the base case and the global and monthly adjusted cases. The global adjusted case mirrors exactly the base case in each of the given months because the percentage change has been applied uniformly across all 12 months of the model. However, a great deal of variability is found in the monthly adjusted line because this has been more finely adjusted to reflect real-life business conditions like product sale ramp-up, initial startup expense ramp down, and/or seasonality. The user is urged to work diligently adjusting inputs and looking at their related effects on cash flow shown in either the tabular results worksheet or graphical results worksheet. More detail, of course, can be found in the model's 3 different cash flow statements. Each statement is clearly identified in its header. Returning to the Model Inputs 1 worksheet, Visual Basic macros have been programmed to allow users to make one-click resets of the global and monthly adjustment percentages. This completes the working tour of the WESST Enhanced Cash Flow model. We hope you'll find this tool to be of great use in your initial business planning. We thank you for allowing WESST to serve you and are honored to be a trusted advisor in helping you start and grow your business.